Hey you guys, so I wanted to make a video that I was gonna make a few months ago, but for whatever reason I didn't. I don't know if it was just because I was talking about other topics or I was taking a break or maybe it was just too heavy of a topic. I wasn't sure if I was even gonna touch on it, but I think I'm going to. So apparently, a new trend is trans-abled, which is basically where you are choosing to identify as a disabled person. Now, this isn't like, oh, I want to pretend that I'm disabled to, like, get to the front of the line at Disney or get good seats at a concert or, I admit I push my disability in those situations, but I am disabled, so, I mean, but this is literally where people will injure themselves in order to actually be disabled. Some people just do it where they sit around in a wheelchair. There was one story of a woman who actually did not have any type of disability that she inflicted upon herself or anything like that, but she chose to go around in a wheelchair. Now, I'm not one that will identify somebody, especially children, at a young age just because of like one thing that they do. Like the little boy that I babysit, oh, because he likes to sit in my wheelchair and like ride in it, he's now gonna be trans-abled. No. I think, you know, things like that go way, way too far, and trans-abled altogether is just too far. And apparently, trans-abled people are allowed to collect benefits, which really pisses me off because if you've watched my videos for a while, you know that $200 billion is supposed to be allocated to people living with disabilities, which is about 54 to 56 million Americans. Yet we are 20% of the world's poorest people. So there's discrepancy there, and this just adds to it. Now, with that being said, when you are disabled, I feel on some level it's an unconscious choice. Hear me out. It's my belief that we are all born with a soul contract where we sign up to learn lessons in life that may or may not manifest in us having a disability. I don't know because I don't consciously remember back then when I was making that choice before coming into this world. I don't know if the actual choice was the disability or, in fact, the lessons around it, but I do believe that is a choice. What I don't believe is that we can just choose to be disabled and define as disabled and just, like, screw the system and, injure ourselves. Like, if there's one thing that I would not have chosen, it's the 8+ surgeries that I've had. So I don't understand it. We have to bring back that some things need to be considered mental illness. I'm sorry, because you have to be some kind of not right to want surgeries or want to physically injure yourself and feel better about yourself because you're now disabled. Like, I don't, and I know just because I don't understand it doesn't mean it's not valid or whatever, but I just think this is completely crazy and taking advantage of the system and only hurting people living with actual disabilities, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. But yeah, that's my rant on it. In case anybody cares what I think. I think that this has to stop somehow. I don't know how we can stop this. Legally, I think you should. I don't even know how you would prove that. Like, because they literally have to injure themselves so they could truthfully say, well, I fell down from a tree and now I'm disabled. Oh, and that's another thing. One of them, I forgot the details, but one of them was upset because she only wanted to be a paraplegic, and I think the story was that she injured herself further than that. Whoops. Is this crazy to anybody else? Or is it just me? I think it's crazy and I think it's disgusting and I don't think it's right, and I think that it should piss people off. This shouldn't be a whole like live and let live type of situation because it's negatively affecting people living with actual disabilities, and that's not right at all. And it's perpetuating victimhood, if you ask me, because even for those of us who don't dream of like one day not being disabled, we're still empowered people, and we try to push empowerment, not disempowerment. I don't understand. I just don't understand the whole thing. It's weird. Very weird. And even a few of my transgender friends think it's weird, which is very, very comforting because it's like, I feel like it's invalidating both movements, the actual movement like I have of push past paralysis, of people with actual paralysis trying and disabilities trying to, be independent and live with it, and then the actual trans community trying to just be accepted for who they are. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird. And it's just something I felt like I wanted to talk about now. I mean, I'm not even going to link the stories. You guys can just Google them. You'll find them. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with trans-abled people? Like, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Like this video, share it with people that you think could benefit in some way, or you just want their opinion, or I don't know. Thank you guys for watching.